Hello and welcome back. Today we will explore a core spiritual principle which is far greater than a microhabit, but it is so massive that it has capacity to change your whole life if you commit to practicing it. So we decided to include it as one of the 7 habits. It is trust and let go. Do you trust that everything in your life is as it's supposed to be? Everything, with no exception, perhaps even perfect, whether you understand it or not with your logical mind. Do you believe that the universe has your back no matter what's happening, no matter how much loss or tragedy you've experienced? Most of us find it hard to trust to that degree. We try to resist and control our circumstances when unexpected change or painful situations arise. The last thing we want to hear is somebody telling us everything is in divine order. But that very resistance to change and the inability to let go only adds to our struggles and burdens our life and our experience of life, doesn't it? When you remember that you want to experience more ease and balance, full energy reserve and abundant health and actualization of the purpose that you were born with, wouldn't it look like a wise solution if you learn to consistently let go of resistance and expectations and flow with the reality of life as it is? But how do you let go? Let go even more is a mantra that you have heard and practiced in Yoga Nidra over and over again. And you have a bodily memory of what it's like to be releasing tensions and holdings at will, as well as releasing upsets and anticipations and worries in your mind at will. On the mental level, your commitment to the growth mindset is the key to learning to let go. If you find yourself clinging to what was, but want to learn to let go, for a start, you'll probably need to adjust your view about why things happen in the world. When difficulties arise, do you see them as opportunities or a punishment? The first approach places you in the empowered role of co-creator with growth mindset, while the second keeps you stuck in the victim stance with fixed mindset. Here are some alternative ways to look at why things happen in the world. Number 1, soul contracts. I want to warn you that this might sound very woo-woo to some of you and out there, but I also invite you to open up to the idea that if it does resonate, and if it doesn't, just leave it alone. Many spiritual traditions believe that we enter soul contracts before birth in order to progress personally and spiritually during a particular lifetime. We connect with specific people who will help us fulfill our soul contracts. We choose our parents, our people to fulfill our mission. Events occur, both ones that we deem positive and the ones that we look at as difficult or negative, that push us to learn, to grow, to bring more understanding. Can you see how this growth mindset supports you by trusting that nothing is final or set, and that no circumstances of your life are obstacles or against you, but indeed they are opportunities? I'll give you my personal example to explain this concept of soul contracts. My greatest challenge in this lifetime has been to be able to express myself. I was born with a cord wrapped around my neck, and also into a family where my mom is a very dominating presence. And I have felt my whole life suppressed, almost choked, to the point of not feeling like I had a voice at the table. I would literally feel my throat contracting because my mom has always had the attitude that she is the right one, and I felt wrong. I also attracted people into my life who have shut me down and made me feel wrong. You can see with the fixed mindset, I could play the role of a victim, poor me, for the whole lifetime, which I have for a really long time. And with an understanding of my soul contract, that the purpose of this life for me is to learn to trust and share my voice. I see how when people suppress me and judge me, it's an opportunity to deepen my trust in myself. It is connected to past lives and me being persecuted and my throat being choked, and I've had some memories of that. And I'm still working, and my biggest challenge, and I call it my hardest yoga pose, is to sit at the table with my mom and express myself with my voice. The second point, that spiritual principle to help us understand and be able to trust and let go more, is this law of cause and effect, or karma. Everything in life is affected by this law of cause and effect, or the law of karma. And it is not bad karma or good karma. It's about how our past actions, words, thought patterns affect what follows after that. When so-called bad events happen, it is about how we are with what happened that determines the final outcome. You can see that with your attitude, fixed or growth mindset, you are influencing your karma or the trajectory of your life. You are an active co-creator of your experience of life through your patterns of thinking, your words, as well as action or inaction. It's not about what happened to you, but what you do with what happened to you. If we learn and grow from our experiences, and as a result think, speak, and act differently, we change our karma. If we repeat the same self-defeating habitual action, we strengthen the karmic pattern. For example, if I continue not speaking at the table and swallow my tongue, I reinforce that belief that I don't have a voice. And this will affect how my future is. So ask yourself, are you living your life as if everything will always stay the same or one day become your ideal dream? How attached are you to these outcomes? How do you feel when the universe throws you a curveball in the form of a global pandemic or a tragic event? It's human to feel grief and loss when we undergo major life changes. Even if we accept it at some level that everything is impermanent, it would be unnatural not to grieve. But if you get stuck ruminating about a loss for months and years, wanting what was and refusing to let go and accept what is, you'll only continue to suffer. Letting go doesn't come easily for most people. And it is something that we can develop over time as we deepen our trust in our connection to a greater force, energy field that we are a part of. The more we have experiences of letting go in Yoga Nidra, the more we can let go with a wider and wider range of experiences in our life. To trust and let go means to surrender or to give up resisting, coursing, or struggling in exchange for something so much more powerful and wholesome that comes out of allowing things to be as they are without getting caught in your attraction or your rejection of them. The willingness to surrender and to let go is a powerful intention. And it requires a certain amount of faith and trust in life. With trusting and letting go, you can truly relax into the flow of life and gain a deeper, broader sense of ease of being guided, protected, supported in the process of life, from birth to death. And when we focus on being the ones who are always in control, who make everything happen, who have this sense of control and responsibility for managing everything that does or doesn't happen in our life, when we let go of this, we receive freedom. And when we hold on to the control, that puts a lot of pressure on us and leads to perfectionism, overachieving, excess doing, self-criticism, and being really hard on ourselves and on others. And on the contrary, with trusting and letting go, it doesn't mean that we don't have goals, make plans, or make our best effort. Do your best, but surrender the rest. What I mean by that is make your best effort and hard work, but then let go of the expectations of your hard work. Let go of the results. If you do make your best effort and then let go of your expectations of the results, then you're free. You have the intrinsic satisfaction of giving yourself fully to any activity or interaction, being fully immersed and being fully engaged in the process, but unattached to the results of your actions, surrendering to a greater mystery of what will unfold. When you're not looking for approval or validation of your efforts, then you practice this micro habit of trusting and letting go. One of the most helpful exercises for learning to trust and let go is, of course, something that you have been doing this whole course, is Yoga Nidra. That's the most powerful process that I know. This is one of the most powerful tools that you have, that you can help you strengthen this ability to trust and let go. The intention of today's Yoga Nidra is I make my best effort and let go of the results. And in the next video, we will look at our last and final micro habit of ease, gratitude. So hold yourself gently as you progress through change and learn to surrender, let go, and trust. And we look forward to seeing you in our last and final video. We'll see you there.